Hello, hello. Welcome,
This is my
welcome.
best friend. This is my best friend. I got you. Hey, Jacqueline, how you doing? That was my friend, Jared Taylor. I'm so grateful. One of
Hello.
my best friends, Jared Taylor. I love this
I'm
man.
excited that we are here, and I'm excited to have both of you guys here today.
Yes, sir. Yes, absolutely.
Welcome, welcome. So welcome, guys, to Jacqueline Valdez Live. I'm so excited for our guest today. We are going to be talking about the key to the fountain of youth. So welcome, Lamonte Goode, Cyberyoga. Excited to have you today.
26. Thank you for having me. It's such an honor, such a pleasure to be here, and I really appreciate it and ready to dive in.
Yeah, let's go, man. I know it's been a while, so it's really fun to reconnect and just to see your journey and the exciting things that you've been up to and the amount of growth that you still have been going through. And it's like I had said, it's like you do have the key to the fountain of youth. You look amazing too.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I just turned 48 this month, May.
Woohoo! I love
so people
it.
are like, how do you look this age? How do you do it?
Yeah.
And we can go into a deep dive or summary, so whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, I love it. And I love that you're open to sharing your knowledge and sharing your tips and stuff with people. And you're, giving it out to the universe, which is beautiful, which is really nice to see.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I feel like vulnerability is a strength, and we're here as a collective to inspire each other, to lead by example, to share our knowledge. We're here to share and to build as we transition to the next. But this is how humanity grows, and it's by sharing information and sharing love.
I love that. Yeah. And I love when you do share the love and you do share positivity and ways that you're growing and manifesting things and ways that you're blooming other people. It's like a huge domino effect. And then it just makes the world a better place altogether.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I would say how that works and how you do that is learning that how amazing we are as a human race. But we have to learn to really learn to receive it as well. And by doing that, you got to do the self work, and you got to peel the layers of all the wounding and the trauma, and learning to love yourself and learning to lead by example. And this is how we can flourish. But really knowing and just receiving how amazing we are when we're in our full potential.
Yes, and I feel like when we are in our full potential, things just navigate so much smoother, so much easier. Doors seem to really open up. The universe really is opening up.
Absolutely. And it's very simple too, is just allowing the love in, allowing the lover, and learning to receive it. So society, just to put it out there, we are in a sick society, and there's there's a lot of mental illness that's rampant, and it's not really being addressed. And for me, I knew that I had to do my self work because I knew what I was dealing with. And so if I had my fair share, I'm sure like globally, everyone has their own version of their trauma.
Right.
And by me working on myself, I can learn to understand others. So this is why I made it a point to lead by example, by doing the work and being an example for others, by sharing the knowledge, but sharing and teaching people how to love themselves, learning how to really authentically to honor themselves and love themselves. And sometimes for some people it's very foreign, and they have no reference point. So yeah, you got to share.
What is something that you would tell someone who it is really foreign to them and they really don't know how to take that first step to really love themselves, to embrace themselves, to really be kind and gentle to themselves?
I would say, I'm sorry, was your question asking me like, how do I do it?
How do you do it, or what tip that you would give someone to take that first step?
I have a great answer is learning to speak to their heart. And it's not like it's not by me just talking to them, oh, this is A, B, and C, but learning how to speak to their heart. And that means by frequency, that means being honest, being vulnerable, and going deep. And not being afraid to go deep because we are in a society where we have surface level conversations, and it's foreign and it's scary to go deep because people's hearts are closed.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I feel like you're right. It's sad to say that people's hearts are closed. And I feel like as time has been going on throughout the years, and really I've noticed from COVID, there's been such a huge shift in the universe. And I find that people who are wanting to have that light shine in them are starting to really find their light and starting to shine even brighter on other people. And people are scared to dive in deep and to acknowledge their traumas and everything.
yeah, because it's most likely being ridiculed or laughed at. Oh, well, you have something, and it should be the opposite. It should be embraced, and there should be systems in place where people go to feel heard and to feel accepted, and there should be places where people can be seen. And so, in my circles, I've 4 or 5 years of plant medicine, ayahuasca, and psilocybin. A lot of people have the trauma, but then they go to these places and usually they're being heard, they're being seen, they're being hugged, they're being cherished, they're being admired. And when you walk into modern day society, it's the opposite. There's lack of love, there's lack of compassion. So people go inward and they're afraid to open up.
Yeah.
So it's important for you to do the self work and find places and friends that can hold space for you, as we call it in the medicine ceremonies, holding space for someone where you're received. And then you feel like, oh, once you're able to learn how to receive and to open up, your heart opens, then you can learn to have compassion for others as well.
Uh,
So it's like we it's like we tend to like learn from each other, right? But you have to heal first to
I
like
love
understand
that.
yourself, to understand others is how that works.
I love that. And like you said, you have to find that sacred space and find people that support you and that enrich you
Mhm.
and that are there for you,
Mhm.
and that you could be there for them too. Hi, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Hi, Owen. Thank you for checking in with us. And thank you for listening to another great chat. Oh, you're so sweet. Yeah, and like you said, finding that circle, finding that energy that radiates, good energy and that supports you. And you can feel safe. That's huge. And be seen,
True.
heard.
You know, I can change it from finding to more like when you're seeking, when you're sick and tired of being sick and tired, when you're sick of feeling sad or depressed, um, the a divinity or God will maybe sometimes God will speak to you and you feel like, okay, maybe it's time to check in with myself, and maybe it's time to show up for myself. And when you commit to that process, you slowly start taking the steps, doors start to open for you, and that's when you only learn to allow it.
Oh
It's
my
just like,
gosh. Yeah.
yeah, it's like they say, the master will appear when the student is ready, and that's exactly what we have to do. We have to be honest with ourselves. We have to be honest with ourselves and say, okay, we're not in a good place. I'm not good. I don't want to be going around in society smiling when I'm dying inside. You got to be honest with yourself and then ask to seek. And so for me, I've done all the medicine, all the plant, all the ayahuascas and psilocybins. It it brought me back to God, and God has been the one that's always been calling me. He's always been there, but I wasn't able to receive love because God is love. The frequency God is love. It's the same, and I wasn't able to receive it. But when I got sick and tired of my torment and my pain and my darkness, I started to say, okay, God, can you show me something? And that led me to ayahuasca and psilocybin. But God's the one that creates the medicine. He's the one that creates all the medicine for us to gain the clarity, right? But I made a point to commit to showing up for myself.
I love that so much. You're dropping so many gems. Oh my goodness.
You see the growth since then, right?
I
So
do.
So I made it a point that cyber yoga is here to just remind you how amazing and beautiful you are, that every human is worthy of love. And it's important for us to upgrade ourselves daily. This is the cyber yoga concept about upgrading yourself, mental, physical, and spiritual updates, like an iOS system, right? Like a new iPhones, right? We tend to upgrade our phones and our cars and our houses, but how often are we upgrading ourselves mentally, physically, and spiritually? This
Yeah,
is the concept. So we have to make it a point to always seek to upgrade ourselves, interfacing with God, interfacing with ourselves, loving others, forgiving others. These are all the systems that that need to be put into place, but the system is designed to not embrace that. That's why there's a system in place. And
yeah,
so I'm the opposite. Well, I'm my being is just the opposite of preaching you, hey, you're amazing, you're incredible. You just have to receive it and understand it, that you're just as amazing. And we're in this system to relearn how to love ourselves,
yeah,
or to like embody it. And
yeah.
that comes with the self work.
I love that. And finding that honesty, like you said, being honest with yourself. There's a lot of times that you see a lot of really unhappy people that are, kind of stuck in that torment and are really in denial, or they're really scared to peel those onion layers and really scared to take that deep dive and, like you said, upgrade yourself and want to be something better because they're scared of what they're going to find.
Yes, and you know what? The only reason why I'm able to understand it, because I was the person that was doing it. I was creating stories for myself. I was finding reasons for myself not to upgrade. I was finding excuses for me not to receive love. And I think one of my most profound journeys, I thought I had it all figured out, and I thought I was able to receive love until the event presented itself, where the medicine was like, "Okay, Lamont, are you really able to receive love?" And so when it presented itself to me, I understood that a portion of my heart was closed. And then I understood that my heart was terrified of receiving love.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh, I love that.
Sorry.
Chills. Yeah, I mean, I can feel the energy from here, from our last conversation, how much lighter you are and how much brighter of a light you are. And I feel the heaviness less on you.
Yeah, sorry that
I love it. No,
that when you
I love it.
when it presents itself to you, you're like, I understood at that moment. I was like, it was hard for me to understand it and to receive it
Yeah.
because I never had a reference point. But you know who inspired me to do this, to receive the love? My wife. Yeah.
Wow. Oh no, I lost you for a second. I can't hear you. Let me see what happened. I lost your volume. I still can't hear you. Mm-mm. Oh no. Hold on, guys. Something magical is happening here. I still can't hear you. Check the computer system, maybe. Still can't hear you. Your system is on, but for some reason, maybe the computer, or let me exit you out and then let me add you back in. All right, let me try. I can't hear you. Oh no, oh no. Stay tuned, guys. We're having a misfunction here. We're so powerful, the universe stopped the sound for a second there. Oh my goodness gracious. I cannot hear you. Oh no, oh no. All right, give another second. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'm so excited to be here. We are having a wonderful conversation and talking about the fountain of youth and diving in deep regarding self discovery. I'm so excited. Still no sound. I don't know what's going on here. Oh my goodness gracious. It says you're connected sound wise. Your audio is on, but I cannot hear it. Maybe exit out completely and then come back in and see if you can check the audio before you come in. Let me send you a private chat. Check the audio. Or let me send you an Instagram message. Let me see. Oh my goodness gracious, guys. Stay tuned. Maybe check the log out of it and then check your audio before you come into the screen. Can you hear me? Maybe yes, sort of. Exit completely out. Maybe. All right. All right, let's see what happens here. Oh my goodness gracious. All right, guys, stay tuned. Don't leave us. Don't leave us. We are going live still. I'm super excited to be here. Somehow we lost him. Don't know what happened, but that's okay. All right, yes, you're back.
Good.
Woo!
Okay. So like everything that we talked about before, is that gone?
No, that's on there still.
Okay.
Yeah, there's just a moment that's going to be where we couldn't hear you. Yeah, we're still live.
Got it. So I was talking about when the medicine told me, oh, you think you have it figured out, and you think your heart is open, but it wasn't. So I understood that there was a portion of my heart that was still closed. And when my wife, she felt that I had a huge resistance with accepting and receiving love. Wow. She felt the resistance. I felt the resistance. And I was actually shocked because I thought I was able to receive it. Wow. And she grabbed my hand. She said, Lamont, it's okay. You deserve the love. You're worthy of love. You're here to receive. It's okay to receive. I know it's scary. It's foreign. It's new. And I felt the conflict of my heart and opening up to receive the love. I felt it, and it was terrifying to me. And she grabbed my hand and she said, it's okay. It's okay. You can allow it. You can receive it. You can walk into this new, undiscovered territory, and it's going to be okay. So I made a commitment. I said, okay, I'm going to allow myself, because you have an option. You have the choice to allow it or not. And that's when I started to understand like the essence of learning how to receive love. Because a lot of us are not able to receive it. We can give it, we can give, it can give. But a lot of us, it's foreign for us to receive it.
Wow.
Receive the love from God, or like receive the love from your wife or from your husband or from your kids. And you think you are, but you're not able to, and it's new.
Wow. And that's so inspiring and gives hope to people who, have that fear of something new, something that they're not used to, and what's on the other side, what's going to happen once you do fully release that fear and let your heart really open up and accept that you can be loved and that you are worthy of love.
Yes, absolutely. And that comes from sometimes the parents, because your parents had their warped way of teaching you versions of love that's not that, that doesn't have the integrity. So I grew up in a broken home, very abusive, physically abusive. So I never had love. Like I never really understood it. I was never really given to me. So like it was foreign. So my version of love was completely warped. And so when my heart was open and the true essence and this vastness and this infinite power, it's so powerful. It's so infinite. This love, my heart was like, I was like afraid of it because it was so powerful. And you would think, oh yeah, I want it, but it was completely foreign to me.
Wow.
And this is where a lot of people in society are now, and they don't have a relationship with their parents because they didn't get the love, or their parents didn't teach them love. But me me knowing this and like understanding it, that you can heal your family, you can heal yourself, and you can heal your family's generational curses by learning to receive and to forgive yourself and to allow the love to come in.
I love that so much. And it's such a huge domino effect. You start changing one person and you start with yourself, and then it just slowly changes the world and the universe for a better place.
It's a ripple effect. Yeah,
Mhm.
it's a ripple effect. So I have my dear friend here, Jared Taylor. He's the founder and creator of Dance Master. So I've been dancing with this company for like 20 years, literally.
Wow.
And the program is designed to go into schools that promote anti-drug, anti-gang activities, and it's through hip hop, through dancing, all forms of dancing and hip hop. And we've done thousands and thousands of schools all over Southern California and Northern California. And this guy right here, Jared, if you want to say what's up, say hello.
Hello, hello. Say hi to everyone.
This is Jared. He's
Hello.
the founder and the creator of Dance Masters. So I've been dancing with this company for 20 years,
Wow.
and he's done an amazing job of creating these programs for kids to find leadership and to find inspiration through hip hop and through dance.
Uh, I recognize the time that we're constrained by, but please understand, as a high school teacher, I've been a high school teacher for 24 years with the Los Angeles Unified School District. I have picked very specifically individuals like Lamont, like Cujo, like Phantom, like Mufasa, people who I know will show up because they want to showcase conscious hip hop. For me, as a high school teacher, over 2 decades, can you imagine? Put yourself in my shoes.
Wow.
When I started teaching, I just graduated UC Irvine. I was 24, 23, 24. And, I'm only 5, 6 years older than my students. And the thing is, for me, as I watched over 2 decades, as hip hop became strip hop, and I'm sorry, you can use that.
Hip hop's been corrupted.
Yeah, strip hop. And
Hijacked.
the Cardi B's, they make it sound whatever. Like, no, I grew up with Bahamadia, Medusa, MC Light, like MCs.
More conscious hip hop.
There it is. People that perfected their craft. And so I am lucky enough to still, at this stage of my life, to have my best friend here, Lamont Tails, and the other men and women that have been part of the crew, because we're showcasing conscious hip hop. And to my dying day, I don't care if you bring me out in a darn, what do you call it, a wheelchair. I'll still be hosting because I know this guy's behind me.
Yeah.
And the reality of it is, we're trying to give love. Like hip hop is supposed to be about love, unity, whether you're pink, black, yellow, Cuban, American, chartreuse, I don't care. Like you're welcome. You're welcome. And so therefore that seemed to be lost.
Yeah.
And because I teach every day in the Los Angeles Unified School District, I can see the effect it's had on my students. And when I get to bring this guy, this amazing gentleman, and my other men and women that are part of the crew, at least I can go to bed at night going, man, I did my day's duty. What the Lord want me to do, bring tales, etc., to the world.
Oh
So
my gosh.
yeah,
That's amazing. I love that so much. I love that you're wanting to bring and share that love and
and I
share
have
the roots where it's from. And
right.
you see that change in other people's lives. it's
Yeah.
got to be so rewarding and make it all worth it.
Look, I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, I don't know what type of podcast this is, what the whoop, but the reality of it is that day to day, Power 106 and whatever, blasting, Takashi and whoever they're blasting. It's not what this man and I grew up with. Like, I am fighting for space, for conscious heart, for love, for positivity, for consciousness to grow, and it's tough. When you have the major radio stations all owned by Live Nation pumping the same six artists.
But let me stop you.
Yeah, I'm done.
We can change it by keep sharing our love.
There it is. He's right.
Because we know like the system's job is their job, right?
Yes, sir.
But it's our job to lay and plant the grassroots. It's our job to keep on doing what we're doing because we're planting seeds, and it's our job to cultivate them.
Amen.
So we can't really rely on the system
No.
To do that job. It's up to us as a collective to do that. And
we're
how to
trying.
do that is when you start being love and start receiving love. This is when we understand like our mission.
Cyberyoga's right. He's
Yes.
right. Everything he said is right.
Yeah. So it's about just learning how to receive it and give it, and that's it.
And that's true. People have to realize that they can make a difference. And I know even though society does kind of have a certain structure, and there's a lot of negativity, and there's a lot of changes, and a lot of negativity that's supported, but with one person like we're doing at a time, and sharing that love, sharing that positivity, creating those roots, and spreading those beautiful seeds of inspiration, and manifesting and self-love, you can start to make a difference. And you have to believe in yourself and believe in your tribe to continue pushing through the, outside of the box and changing stigmas.
Absolutely. It's
You're right.
Constant work.
And the thing of it is, those of us that embrace love, culture, communication, togetherness, community, those of us that are hearting each other, unfortunately, how do we go from the underdog to the overdog? Because Power 106, I'm not joke, I'm sorry to disrespect Power 106, but what do we do? What do people like this amazing gentleman and myself and the other gentleman, how do we persevere in a world where strip hop is maintained? What do we do? How what do we do, brother?
I'm gonna answer first, and then Jacqueline's gonna answer.
That's a good question.
I say we lead by example.
Yes.
And I think we're over complicating it where it's very simple.
Right.
We just keep on showing up for ourselves and showing up for others by us leading by example.
All right.
Like
there it is.
Like having conversations like this and doing the self work and allowing God to use us to inspire others.
Please.
That's it.
How can we help others?
And just really utilizing our gifts to inspire others and to empower others. That's it, because we can't rely on the system.
No, we can't, bro. It's broken.
Okay,
And
Jacqueline,
you have to create your own footsteps, and you have to create your own path, and you have to, use your voice. Like you said, I 100% agree with you, is follow your drive and make that difference, and start with one person at a time, and share your talents and share your words of wisdom and make a change.
Absolutely.
Can I ask you something?
Yeah, please.
Ma'am, if I were to give you a Harry Potter magic wand and you was to redo the social order of where we're living, I'm just curious, where would you have us? Because there's conscious hip hop, there's negative hip hop, there's et cetera, but just between the three of us, how would you like this world to be defined? Because hip hop was meant to be a unifying.
Hip hop is a technology.
Hip hop is a technology. It's supposed to be a unifying technology for harmony.
Yeah. I'm all about harmony. I'm all about love. I'm all about unity. I'm all about, people having their own voices, people having unique styles. But I also believe that it is crazy how the world has changed and become darker and become very, it's changed. And it's, I'm trying to focus more on the positive side. And like Lamont said, focus on more of making that change and making that voice and paving the way for people to see the positivity and love and the unity that we need to get back to.
Okay, so one more
Absolutely.
question. As a female, when I looked at female MCs in my life, Bahamadia, MC Light, Rhapsody, who exists today? Don't tell me Megan is done. Tell me Cardi, Strippy.
None.
Yeah.
There's
Who?
none. There's none. There's none. There's none.
No,
But
I believe this man with. He has my
Yeah.
heart. Like
yeah,
this
there's
guy is
none.
everything. My
Or
keys. He has the keys to the pen.
there probably are, but they're not being broadcast in the mainstream.
No, but I want to know your homegirl's point of view. Like, what do you
Yeah.
think, sweetheart, when you listen to like, oh shit, she's like rap, she's on point,
You know,
but she's not a Megan Thee Stallion or a Cardi B or a strip hop.
there's not really anyone that I could say that I
Oh God!
really
Don't make
have.
me die. I'm dying now. Thank you. I'm dying.
Sorry.
Who do I tell my hip hop kid to listen to? My high school
I
kids.
love that, you know, it's like movement is so important for the body, and movement is so important for the mind and the soul, and the arts and the creativity is where we all need to get back to, because that is really the fountain of youth, is also keeping moving with your body and just movement to help you age gracefully.
I want to add to what you're saying, and it's brilliant, and it's what it, and this is the answer, or maybe the statement to what you're saying, is that in time, like, things evolve and change. So in the beginning, yeah, hip hop was a tool for technology.
Yes.
And obviously it's been hijacked.
But
at the same time, it's time for a new technology
wave, bro. Yeah.
to surface. And so what I'm understanding, the influx of people starting to heal and do plant medicine and ayahuasca, there's a lot of more conscious awareness being presented, and it's happening now. So it's like almost like a small underground revolutionary, a small revolution, like, that's happening right now to this day.
Right.
And so so maybe hip hop isn't the tool to upgrade us anymore. Maybe it's something else that needs to be done.
Look,
So
I love this man. I love this man. I will point a bullet. I will dive in front. This Lamonte is my brother for 25 years. Look, and I've never said this. I know because he's never bespoken this out loud. But the reality of it is, kids get the drained down YouTube, MTV version of hip hop. And I'm asking you, as a female, who would you tell your kids to watch if they were 10, 11? You can tell them Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion, or Doja Cat?
No.
Who are you telling? I want to know, who is you telling, Mama? Because we need mamas like you. Who no, I'm serious. Like, we do this for a living.
yeah.
Like, I don't do fucking excuse me. I don't do school shows at night till 4 a.m. and then wake up at work at 8 to teach high school. I'm asking you, Mama, who would you pick?
Yeah. I go back to the old school, Tupac.
Yeah.
And, you know,
Fail. I'm sorry. I'm saying fail as love. Like,
yeah.
I'm with you. Tupac, Bahamadia, whatever. Yeah, but like, who? Is there a female MC that I can point, if I had daughters, to? Who do I point to?
You know what that is that maybe we don't need MCs. We need thought leaders. We need like,
yeah, but it's
new thought leaders. And maybe music right now is being hijacked by design.
For sure. We all know, the three of us know, music is hijacked. For sure. It's live channel.
It's definitely
like, the music
changed.
is, What was that?
It's definitely changed over the years. It's
definitely changed.
But who would you put your family to, Mama? Like,
I can't even think about it.
No, I don't mean you, Papa.
I really don't have a female person that in hip hop that I would send if I had, you know, kids to.
Yeah.
I really honestly couldn't tell you.
And that's heartbreaking. Sorry.
Yeah.
For me, that's heartbreaking.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
how do we evolve?
I look at it like this. I look at the duality of the situation. You can't have darkness without light
That's true.
and light without darkness.
Okay.
They're both there.
We have plenty of darkness, bro.
Teachers, right?
Yep. I love that.
So now that we can all agree that there's more darker energy out there,
Unfortunately.
at the same time, it's a way to awaken a lot of people, because now they're starting to realize, oh, something is shifting. We feel there's something, and it's forcing us, either most of us, to evolve spiritually.
Show by show. Show by show.
Show, yeah.
No, bro.
What do you mean?
We get 1,500 kids per show, and we do 1,000 show. How do we reach the nation, bro? How do we help our
Grassroots,
planet?
by us doing what we're doing, like now, and us doing more shows, and like healing.
Yeah.
And
Like
healing.
focusing on the positivity and not focusing on the negativity of it.
She said
Okay.
it.
No, I'm
like
not
a
trying to be
goddess.
negative.
Like
I
she
live
said,
it.
guys, focus on the positive, because we tend to highlight more of the lack and the darkness than our love.
That's right.
We focus more on fear than love. And
True.
so we have to reformat our mindset and to upgrade and to change the programming to say, okay, think of more of abundance and more love and more compassion. Yes, there are evils in the world, but let's focus on more love, because that can amplify if we're on the same page. And that is like small little acts of even just like the frequency of that can go into the ether or universe, what you would call
You're
it.
right. Ether.
It's going to bounce back. So we should keep our vibrations high the whole time.
Absolutely.
I love that so much. And it's so true. The frequency in really embracing that. I really did not start awakening to the frequency and the vibration of energy and life until really the last couple of years as well, too.
Yeah.
And I feel like, the last few years there's been a shift in energy, but also I feel like we had mentioned before, people that are finding that light more and wanting to go towards that light more and shine brighter and start to take over the negative and the darkness.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. More like taking ownership. Yeah, absolutely. And it's our job to do that, because we can't wait for the government to do it. No, it's for us to like interface with our divine, with our God.
You're right. You're right.
Like there's no choice now.
Yeah.
Like there's no choice. And like time and time again, when has the government ever showed up for us? When has the presidents ever showed up? Like, where's the real leadership? Like real leadership. Where's the real leaders? Where? So we're like waiting on these leaders to come, and they're not showing up. So we have to lead ourselves now.
Yes.
It's obvious.
Exactly. Oh my goodness gracious. We are running close to time here.
Okay.
We only have a few minutes. We could talk forever.
We could talk for hours.
We really could.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. So getting back to the movement with the body and movement with, feeding your soul and your spirit with keeping yourself active and, embracing your body, moving into different positions and things like you do with your body.
Yeah, I would say I've been dancing for 26 years. So that's been my form of meditation, my escape. But I realized that it kept me sane, it kept me healthy, because the body is a perfect machine, and you have to like utilize it. So that means movement, that means using it, exercise, dancing, really honoring it, learning to respect it. So I feel like that's the fountain of youth. Is like movement is like truly medicine. It is. And we're here to interface with this 3D matrix reality. It's our biotech, right? It's our spiritual tech. And so now we gotta learn to honor it. We gotta learn to honor it, and that's this movement and dance, cultivating it.
I love that so much. Is there anything else that you wanted to tell the viewers or let anyone know what you have coming up for you?
Yes, if you don't mind, JT, hi, Dance Masters.
Yes.
I was very fortunate at a young age to graduate East Irvine and go on to be a computer grunt at Sony Studios. That badge gave me the ability to roam around and knock out my duties and then go to the Jeopardy stage and what have you. But the point is, I was hit up by my boss who said, do you know anyone who can head spin? Yeah, I know people who can head spin. Absolutely. I was going to Hope in Hollywood. Cujo was my, yes. So I knew people. I introduced those two people, and at the end of an 8-hour session, those men were presented with a crisp $100 bill. And the woman who happened to have the inflatulated butt got 1,000. And that pissed me off. Because at that point, even as a child, I realized impossible. How does Tails and Cujo and how do they head spin and this woman gets $1,000 because her behind is how it is? I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be disrespectful.
You guys stick to the point, Jerry.
I'm sorry. My point is that breaking what these guys do, Lamonte and everyone else as part of the crew and any other crew, is hard work. And so for me, you'll always find me not only as a LA Unified School District high school teacher, but as someone who is a force for reckoning for these men, him especially, for going out of control and bananas. And Lamont, I love you, man. Like I'm just telling you, bro. Like
I love to see the love between you guys. It's
yeah.
so fair.
I love this man. You have no idea.
This is like over 20 plus years deep of like relationship,
That's
and
right.
Jerry's always had our back. He's always been there to
Hey,
support.
I'm gonna bag on myself. Pardon me, real quick. In 1999, I used to go to raves. You know what a rave is? Or are you too young for that?
Same. I used to go to raves too.
No,
This is how we met.
Yeah. She might be too young to remember raves. But I went to raves, I was popping, and I saw this dude head spinning, and literally I would have 10, 15 people. Oh my God, you're a dope popper. Yo, I sat down and watched Lamont. And I walked up to him like, are you kidding me, fool? You're on your head?
Yeah.
And
20 years.
yeah, that's a wrap. I was
Wow.
like, by the way, I stopped dancing.
20 years.
That's
20
pretty
years.
amazing. That's pretty
So-
amazing to have that bond.
He's known me since I've been breaking,
Come on, man.
going to like raves and like drum and bass parties.
You know,
I've been doing it since then,
99,
and I
98,
never
at least.
stopped.
No.
So basically, to answer your point, the Fountain of Youth is this movement and dance.
He's the fountain of youth.
Movement. Yep.
And then wait, tails don't crack. I don't know what.
Don't
All
cry.
right, guys, I gotta sneak away because I have
Okay.
another guest coming up. But
Okay.
it was such a pleasure and so much fun, and we are definitely gonna do it sooner now.
Thank you.
We're
Bless
gonna
you.
have a
Sending
lot
love.
to do.
Take care.
Thank you guys. It was so much fun. Thank you everyone
Okay.
for tuning in. Lots of love and light. Thank you for watching Jacqueline Valdez
We're with you.
live, illuminating the world one voice at a time. Thank you, Cyberyoga.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Take care.
Yes,
Thank
miss.
you.
Bye-bye.